find something here. Just in case I can actually record here too. That's what I'll do. I'm going to record on the cloud here as well.
Recording in progress.
There it is. What is going on, everyone? How's it going? This is Courtney Rollins with my man Javon with the State Pro Service here at Do REI Deals. We're here today. We're going to do a little different. We're going to go, and usually we're having conversations and we're on the side of either a property owner or someone who's going through probate or someone who's dealing with some big transitions in their life. My company, we come in and we help resolve or create solutions to those challenges, particularly when there's property involved. And one of the things we try to do is to really get better and better at our sales skills, because the better we are at being salesmen, the better we are, the more we can contribute and add value to folks. Because I think salespeople. Well, first, let me stop before I go on that tirade. What's up, Javon? How you doing, man? Well, not tirade, but that tangent.
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Feeling good, bro. You know, as always, feeling the love from the Omniverse, and just enjoying this time in this ring.
Absolutely, man. Absorb and soak it up. And the one thing I like about Javon's approach and the approach I try to have when we talk to sellers is we really try to lead with value. We try to lead with integrity. I call it a Triple H approach: heart, head, and hands-on approach. And I'm saying all to say because, as I was saying earlier, sometimes salespeople, I think sometimes get a bad rap. But to me, from my understanding and from my experience working with Javon and really studying sales techniques, to be a good salesman, you have to really be a good person. You have to be able to listen. You have to be empathetic. You have to be able to match desires. You can't force your will onto people. And so that's what we're working on today. And today we're going to listen to a call that I had recently with a recent seller who was going through, I believe she was going through probate. But just wanted to critique it. And Javon, we're going to just stop at different times. Tell me things that you hear that work really well. Tell me things that you hear that you're like, okay, maybe you want to consider this or to get stronger at that. And we'll just break it down. So you can always just say, help, pause right there, or I'll stop at different points so that we can look at that. But let's see. All right. Oh, I think I was supposed to be sharing my screen on here because y'all might not be able to see Javon over on StreamYard. I'm trying so many different things out over here. How do I?
So can you know what my handsome face look like? It's okay.
Yeah. Back to meeting. I'm back at the meetings. Doggone it. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to share and them to be able to see you, my brother. Oh, that's all right. Let's just make it happen then. We're gonna rock and roll with it. I think they might be able to see you now. I don't know. They might be able to see you right now. If they can't, it's their loss, like you said.
They ain't here to see me, they're here to hear. They're here to listen and find out some new information. So
but bet sounds good. And with that being said, we're gonna get back, we're gonna get on it. See, why is this not? Remove that. I'll just go straight here. All right, so let's listen to this call.
Hello, Mr. Courtney.
How are you? How are you doing?
I'm making it.
Yes, ma'am. Am I catching a bad time here?
No, you're good.
All right, so you see right there. She already knew. So this is one of our follow-ups. She obviously knew that I was calling because she saw my ID. Hello, Mr. Courtney. This is actually a lady we've been speaking, I think, 2 years. So if you're out here doing this, it's not like I'm thinking about her every day. Now, I don't mean that in a mean way. What I mean to say is that don't let 2 years stress you out. If you are doing what me and Javon are doing, that means making calls every day, getting new leads every day, following up on those old leads every day. It's just a matter of just following the system, and you don't have to worry about, oh, was I supposed to call this person today or that person today? It's just going to trickle in.
Right. You start to build that rapport and that relationship with those people, even though you're not buying their houses yet, but start to build that relationship so that way when they sit there and say, "Oh, I'm ready to sell," you think they pick up the phone early.
Exactly.
You already got that relationship with them.
And you heard the tone. So you heard that tone in there. So every time we're on the phone, we're trying to make friends, folks. We're not just trying to just make friends just to talk. We have a mission. Exactly. But and you also notice I asked her, was this a bad time? Or I assumed it was a bad time. So give her permission to say no so that people can feel control, in the relationship, in the conversation. All right, let's go.
Well, I appreciate you calling back. I was just had a little bit of time. It looks like you might be ready to
think about Benelo a little more.
All right, so you heard that? Thank you, Javon. Javon was like, "Yo, when we were talking, sometimes I say I was just following up. I was just calling, had a little bit of time. I was going to follow up, but I think it was Instagram person who said it actually. Me and you talked about it, but he was like, eliminate the F word from the phrase follow up. Be like, hey, I had time. I want to get back to you, so it can create a sense of urgency.
Touch base with you, and you were on my mind. I was thinking about you. Just wanted to give you a call and see how things go.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Depending on what I can see. I mean, it does need work. So depending on how much I'm able to get out of it, whether I would sell it fast or whether I would just try to work on getting some work done.
Okay, and if you need help getting work done for it, feel free to let me know, because I do have contractors I can refer you to, and these have some options. Is that something that might be helpful?
Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, are they like really expensive?
Oh, no, matter of fact, Mr. Robert, he's a handyman, so he does a lot of great stuff. I usually pay him more than what he asked for because he always undercharges. And the other folks, they're pretty good rates. I mean, you get what you pay for, so if you pay cheap, it may take a little longer.
So right there, I was doing a little bit of a throwaway. I mean, really, I was sincere. If you want to try to keep it, you can. I would say though, Javon, I think I started a little too early. I could have saved that a little bit later, or I think I went in too fast to try to throw away and to start to solve a problem like that.
Personally, I like it simply because of the fact that it all depends on how the call is actually going.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to respond by the information that she's actually giving. So her thing was, hey, I don't know if I'm going to do a quick sell. I don't know if I'm going to go time to fix it. And it's like I'm telling you, or you're giving her the option that, hey, well, I got a few strings I could pull to help you out with that. I mean, which keeps the relationship going, which makes her more comfortable with Courtney.
Absolutely. Okay, I can dig that.
Yeah. I mean, that's something I would be interested in too.
Let me make a note for you then. Okay, so just remind me about what's going on with the house we haven't talked in a while. Catch me up to speed.
Yeah, we started bringing up a little bit.
I basically said, all right, got you. Let me make a note so she knows I'm thinking about her, making a note, and so I can also remember the power of note taking. And then I asked her to catch me up to speed, the old Pace Morby. So I just want to hear her. Even though we've had tons of conversations, hear her so that she can get psychologically remind herself that she's ready to sell. Yep. All right. So let's see.
I'm not really sure because I saw some water coming in on in like
so she's giving information about the condition.
So I do have somebody coming out to look at it today later.
Okay. So look at think about buying it.
No. So just look at the roof for me.
So I was she already revealed some possible deal breakers. I thought. I was like, all right, so I had to clarify. Someone's talking about buying it because my conversation with her might be a little different if I know she has people coming out there. I try not to get into a bidding war. And so if she would have done that, I really would have pulled away and said, hey, well, how about, we turn into, a consultant? How about we help you look at the contract to make sure that it has everything in it from the buyer? And that's my opportunity to not have to, feel rushed. Like this morning, real talk, even with Mr. We were, the property we were talking about this morning, Javon and I were I think I felt a little psychologically pressured because I know he had someone else looking. So I may have actually offered a little bit more than I should have. And I needed a stronger discipline in that, but it's something that happens sometimes. So be aware of that as well, folks. So that's why I critique. That's why, work on it so I can get better each time. But yeah.
See what's going on with that. Just to look at it. Just to see what's going on.
But fortunate, it wasn't
it does need work. It does need work. It's not a finished basement. All the rooms, but the kitchen needs to have some work done in it, like some upgrading.
Okay.
And also the bathroom. It only has one bathroom.
Okay.
Of course the bedrooms and stuff. I was thinking of like if I was putting money into it, it would need to, like, the floors would need to be refinished and stuff.
Right there, when she talked about putting money into it.
It's really something that you would really need to.
One thing I should have done when she said that, I was like, well, how much were you expecting to pay for those? That was an opportunity for her to reduce the price just by telling me how much she thought she would need to pay for those cells. So if you're talking to someone, you're trying to help them understand why you need this at a discount, so that's one way of them educating themselves. So that could have been a great opportunity to do that. Let's listen to about 2 more minutes before we go ahead and break off.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. We can do that. When's the earliest or when's the best time could we?
Talking about going and go look at it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you want to come like early, my son is there.
Okay.
And he'll be like he's there during the day, like early. Like he likes somebody to get there between like no later than like 10 is good for him.
Okay. By 10. Okay. What I'm gonna do is my good friend, my partner Javon and Dale. They're the ones that go out and take pictures for me. So do you mind should I take your son's contact or who's the best?
I think I'll just send him a contact, but I wonder if at the end I'm trying to move forward. Let me see if I can fast forward. Because
okay, so Mr. Javon
may do it this week. I don't know this weekend, but other than that, the only bedroom that needs to be done is.
Do you use email at all? Another quick question though, the addition that was built on there. Do you remember?
Oh, okay. So I'm just getting additional information and all. Maybe we'll break this down, do a 2-parter. We break down the rest. There's about 5 minutes left, and I think breaking it down is going to stretch it out a little further. But tell me what you think so far, man.
I actually think you did a really great job. I mean, it was more of like you didn't rush her into making a decision. You actually gave her different options of what she could actually do with the property when she didn't know what she wanted to do with the property. I mean, but then when it actually came down to it, it was more like, okay, well, I'm ready to come see it. When can I come see it? I mean, you kept that conversation going. You kept everything the way it should have been. You got kind of straight to the point, but at the same time, you listened to everything that she was saying. You gave her a response to everything that she was saying. I'm like, it was a great call, to be honest. I mean, I didn't hear the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, we'll check it out next week, and I appreciate it. And I wasn't pulling it out to just to get awesome, get nice compliments from you. But I did, as I was listening to the call, I was like, oh, this is actually a good example. I could feel this was a strong call. And so, we critique a lot of calls where there's plenty of opportunities for it not to be strong, but just for me to see an example of what a good call sounds like is awesome. I ain't gonna lie, man. My mind is a little this morning. Javon went out. Oh, I got it. I found it. Here we go. I got it. Javon and I were working on a deal, and I found Mr. F's email address. Okay, so I'm about to send over this contract. I was a little preoccupied, bro. All right, so I'm gonna send over this contract. Thank you for setting that up, man. You're doing great. It's so fun working with you, folks out there. If you found value in this, if you want support or help figuring out how to add value to people who are going through, distressful parts of their life and need some type of solution to the real estate and all. Holler at us, do REI Deals, Estate Pro Service. Join the Facebook community, YouTube community, and we'll see if love to work with you. All right. So other than that,
subscribe.
Yeah. Rising tides, folks. It lifts all sails. All right, now let me make sure I end the broadcast on